So, Alan, you're a few days away now for a county final. I'd say this is probably your fifth or sixth time playing in a county final. How do you find kind of the build up the week before the game? Do you look forward to it? Is it a week you enjoy, or is it just kind of you just want to get to Sunday?
No, I definitely enjoy it. There's a good buzz around. You really do enjoy the build up. I think it's part of it to enjoy the couple of weeks leading into it. It's around the village. There's a good buzz. There's flags and stuff around, and every time it's different. Like so, yeah. Every year you look forward to that buzz. The 2 weeks is nice to lead into it. If it was a week, it's nearly too quick a turnaround. So you have 2 weeks there to enjoy and kind of relax for the week or week and a half, and then start getting into game mode a few days beforehand. So no, yeah, it's nice every year to look forward to it.
Yeah, and I suppose you've had lots of finals to look forward to in the last kind of 5, 6, 7 years. But I suppose before that, the club was mid 2000s, coming up from intermediate, then up to senior, gradually built up to winning North finals a lot in the last 10 years, and now getting to kind of North finals or to county finals. How has that happened? You've been kind of in the club since that kind of build up over the last 10, 15 years. What's it been in this club that's seen it go from intermediate to regularly at the business end of the senior?
Yeah, look, I suppose we're fortunate enough in terms of how players came and developed through the club, but as everybody knows, it started in 04 or 05 when we came up and won the county final, and that team went on and won the All Ireland Intermediate, and then there was a good team coming there, and a few younger teams were coming, like Joe Gallagher's team was coming at that time to throw in behind it, Tommy Connors and Dan Hackett and them boys, and I suppose we plugged away at senior for a couple of years and tried to compete in our championships. We were nowhere near county champions and championships, and eventually we got one over the line in 08, and we were kind of knocking around there playing North finals every year here and there, and I suppose then our group started coming. I suppose myself and Paul and Tyg and that age group and Willie and Dave Sweeney and all them started coming together. And I suppose the way it fell with players kind of coming through, we were lucky enough the way it was we were developing, and eventually we kind of started competing for county finals as it went on. But yeah, look, fortunate is one way of looking at it, but there was a lot of work put in, I suppose, with the juvenile club and the senior club. I suppose when you have good men there that you're coming down with 17 years of age and you're training with them, it gave us a big push on to get used to senior hurling, I suppose.
Yeah, and the first county final appearance was 2016 against Thurles Sarsfields. A lot has changed since then in terms of you've been to the final numerous times, won it in 2020, but kind of the build up to that final and the build up to this final, it's probably a bit different given that was probably a first for the club and things like that, and now it's fourth in 5 years I think for you now, so it's probably a bit different from 2016.
It's way different. I think in 2016, I think I was 21 and I was joint captain with Dara, and actually we were so naive, we thought we'd go in and we'd play this Thurles team and we'd win this match, but Thurles were an unbelievable team then, and they're as good as team we've seen in club hurling in Tipperary, I'd say. So we were miles off of that day, and look, it was a great experience, and you'd expect to get back there again, but it took a couple of years to get back there. In this Tip Championship, it's very hard to get back there year on year, so yeah, it is way different altogether. We're a lot more, we're a lot older, I suppose, and you're fully focused on just trying to get a performance out of everyone.
Yeah, and 2020 I suppose was the breakthrough then against Lockmore Castellini. Most dramatic circumstances ever, I'd say, you never forget it, but very different time in terms of COVID was happening around, and there was only kind of 200 people there, and probably made it hard to properly celebrate the actual winning of itself. But do you think that kind of is something you're looking at, that I'd love to win one outside of COVID and get a proper good run of it?
Look, anytime you win one is massive. Like, if your name's on that cup, you didn't win it by fluke or anything like that. Like, that was a massive year, and actually it was a serious club year of hurling because inter-county was after it, so lads were extremely fresh. You had all your inter-county players at peak level that year, so it was massive. Any year you get to win one, you'll take it. So yeah, you'd love to win one again. That's the aim every year we go out, so we'll see what happens on Sunday.
Yeah, and again, I was mentioning it when I was talking to your manager, John. Been to a few finals, you've lost a few, you won that one in 2020. What is it about you that you can stay coming back to these finals and just stay pushing forward?
Yeah, I was saying this to lads there, and they were asking me that, and I think I was asked after the Tumby Var match this question, and like every year you come down and train here, our aim is to get back to a county final. We wouldn't be coming down here if we're just coming down to, we'll go out with a group and then we'll see. Then your aim is to get to a county final, because the enjoyment you get out of it is getting to them finals, and look, if you can win one, that's absolutely massive. So that's the aim now. But yeah, it's an easy motivation, to be honest, and when you have the team there, that team isn't going to be there forever, so it's important to try and strike while the iron's hot, I suppose.
Yeah, and mentioned last year, you were captain last year, your brother Paul was captain in 2020. I suppose as a brotherly thing, it'd be nice for you to captain the team and go level with him from captaining in 2020.
Yeah, look, I don't care who lifts it, to be honest. I'm fortunate enough they've given me another year at this, and I've had a couple of years captain of this team, and serious bunch of lads. Like, we've had new players coming in, you lose lads every year going travelling, so on and so forth. So every year you're captain, it's a different year. I'm just fortunate enough that they've given me the opportunity to do so, and tis a real privilege to lead them out every day we go out and hurl.
And I suppose county final day as captain, you've probably lead the team around the parade and things like that, and other things to be doing. Is it something you enjoy, or is it just about kind of getting out in the field and leading from there?
Yeah, leading from there in the field. I don't think any of the rest of it really matters, to be honest. I don't think anyone really knows if you're captain or not. So no, it is about always doing your talking on the field. I suppose you'll do these interviews and things like that, and walk behind the Artane Boys band on Sunday, but no, none of that matters. It's just about trying to put your best foot forward on Sunday, and every day you put on a Kiladangan jersey.
Yeah, and Thurles, the opponent, played them in the group this year, played them in 2021, played them a few times down through the years, as we've mentioned already. But it's going to be an unbelievable game of hurling, I would suspect. But you've played them before, you kind of know what they're about. You know that this is going to be another kind of titanic struggle here on Sunday.
Yeah, look, they're absolutely flying it. There are two teams in the county final at two of the highest levels in Tipperary, so they have any amount of players. I think the close match we had was in 2021, that semi-final, which was a serious game of hurling. I don't think the first round really told anything this year. I don't know how many changes they have since that day, and missing a lot of players. So I would count this as our first time playing them this year, to be honest with you, with their full deck, and we're lucky enough, we're close enough to near strength. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, Alan, the very best luck to you, and thanks for this.
Sound, Paul, thanks.